This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It is a 2005 Ford F250 Crew Cab Short Bed. It's a 6.0 turbo diesel. It's four-wheel drive. It's an XLT, which is cloth, and has the FX4 off-road suspension package. This truck has very low miles, 102,980 actual miles. It is a theft recovery purchased directly from an insurance company, and it is on a clear title, okay? We brought it here. We do an inspection. My guys hand me this. Nice truck. Runs and drives very well. We put brand new tires from Discount Tires on it. We also, I'm told it had a leaky oil cooler, which is, once you're there, you might as well do the whole thing, which includes doing the bulletproof EGR cooler. So we did the bulletproof EGR cooler. It's got a new Ford oil cooler. Obviously that includes new Rotella oil and filter and new coolant. Gaskets and all that stuff are new. So it's been bulletproofed as far as the EGR cooler and the Ford oil cooler are concerned. So that little thing is out of the way. New tires. Ignition is new. Driver door cylinder is new. Obviously theft damage when they stole the truck. Front bumper. I'll show you the Carfax in a minute. It says front end damage. It doesn't say accident report. It just says front end damage. And I have a before picture to show you. Kind of on the driver's side, bumper side, it was kind of pushed in a little bit. When they did, whatever happened to it, they didn't replace it because it really wasn't that bad. But we happened to have a used bumper, so we threw it on there and cleaned it up a little bit. What else? One battery is new. We did front and rear brake pads, glow plugs. We did 2, 4, 6, and 8 glow plugs and glow plug harness, and it has a new alternator. The radio was stolen. We never replaced radios because they're kind of a personal item, personal preference things. People, you know, now they can go to Best Buy or wherever and get a Bluetooth and USB ports and all that stuff, you know, installed for a couple $100. So really, putting a used Ford motor in there, I mean, used Ford radio in there is kind of silly. So we're not doing that. You can do that and get what you want, okay? My brother's gonna take this thing out next for probably probably between 50 and 80 HD pictures. In that photo gallery, you'll see a little magnifying glass icon you can drag over every photo. And you can use that to zoom in on any spot in the photo that you want to see up close. While I'm walking around this thing, I'll point at things for you to look at in the photo gallery. Cosmetic stuff. There's a bunch of little dings and stuff on the tailgate. There's something on the driver lower door. I think there's something here on the passenger bedside. The point of these videos isn't really to sell the vehicle as much as it is to make sure that whoever buys it knows what they're buying. There's a little thing right here. So that there's no drama. We don't do drama. We have plenty of people looking at our vehicles. The most important thing is the right person buys the vehicle. They know exactly what they're buying so that no one's mad, right? Obviously, this tailgate, there's a bunch of little things in it here. It probably was off and in somebody's garage. People take these off and put louvered tailgates on them or have fifth wheels or goosenecks and stuff, and inevitably, instead of laying their tailgate on its end, they'll lay it like paint down and then walk on it. That's how they end up like that. So see these right here. But that's probably the roughest part of the truck. You can buy a louvered tailgate now for $200 if you want to do that. Improve your fuel economy a little bit and make it look a little bit better, maybe, if you care. And then down here, you got this little thing right here. It's kind of below the... It's kind of hard to notice because it's so low, but again, it's my job to make sure that you know what you're buying, so there's no drama. All right, 102,996 miles on the truck. I'm gonna fire it up. We're gonna go under the hood. In just a second, I'm gonna show all the paperwork right now that we have on the truck. First of all, let's get this out of the way. Here's the before picture. There's the bumper. That's the bumper damage. So you can see it's kind of pushed in here below the upper bumper cover. So we replaced all this. We had a white upper bumper cover we used, and we had a bumper. So there you go. That's what they're referring to as front end damage. Let's see, Kelly Blue Book. Short bed, XLT, 103,000 miles. Typical listing price for this truck would be $16,956, so basically $17,000, with a range of 14.2 to 17.1. Of course, that doesn't take into account the fact that it's been bulletproofed. If that did, would it, you know, if you look into what it costs to do a bulletproof EGR cooler and Ford oil cooler, you'll find out retail is somewhere around $5 grand for that. All right, history and events affecting this vehicle's value. Carfax says it's worth $18,850. Damage, lower front bumper, blah, blah, blah. I just explained that to you. And then this total loss. This has nothing to do with the title. The title has and always will be a clear title, has always had. It's basically when the victim gets paid a total loss for having their vehicle stolen. It's a financial term. The word you don't want to see in this Carfax is salvage. Then there could be issues. That word doesn't show up because it's not salvage, okay? And it never has been. There's the VIN. There's the date of the Carfax. 3/21/19 is when I did this Carfax. Okay. They took good care of this truck. Here's the damage report. Minor to moderate front end damage reported. Airbags did not deploy. And obviously I showed you the before pictures, and now you know why. And because there was no accident report, it wasn't a major thing anyway. So I don't really understand why Carfax reports that crap anyway, because it's just junk. 12/14 of 18, it was stolen. And 1/31 of 19, it was recovered. Okay, that's that. Here's the title that we got from the insurance company. There's the VIN. State Farm got this title 1/10 of 2019. State Farm, right? This is a clear Louisiana title, right? They took that title on 3/6 of 19 and signed it over to us, Wheel Kinetics, okay? So there you go. Now you've seen all the paperwork. Now you know what's going on there. I'm gonna go into the hood. We're gonna be looking for Ford stamps on both fenders, which would indicate that they're original parts, because when they replace them, they never do it with Ford parts because they're too expensive. There's a Ford fender right there. Ford stamp on the core support, new battery on this side. Ford stamp right there, and Ford stamp right there. Okay, so everything's original up front. Beautiful. Almost zero blow by. That's excellent. All right, there's your passenger window up and down. Very important to go down here and look at the door jambs. Make sure there's no surprises. This was obviously an indoor vehicle. It spent its nights outside. Louisiana is very humid. It wouldn't look as good as it does right now as a manual if it wasn't indoors. There's your window. Excellent. Seats are in good shape. Let's look at the roof real quick. I think there's a couple little scrapes on the roof. It looks like someone might have gotten too close to a tree or something underneath it. There's a little mark right here. Like I said, it's very important for me to point out everything that I see, especially negative stuff. Even when they're a great truck, like this appears to be, this would probably be in the top, I would say 30% condition-wise, the vehicles we see that are theft recoveries. This is in really good shape. This one had a nice life. Tire stickers where they go. Window, 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 window. Locks, mirrors out, in, down, up, other side, out, in, up, down, tilt wheel. There you go there. Obviously, I'm not saying things, I'm not trying to be mean, but whoever owned this was not a fatty, because when you get in and out of Ford, especially XLTs, this bolster breaks down and it tears right here, and this thing is in perfect condition. A little bit of a stain right there. Other than a couple little stains here and there on seats, the interior is fantastic. Just the seat. Seatbelt on. Like I said, no radio here, but they were nice enough when they stole the radio to leave the plug, which will make the install really easy. Let's see, air conditioning. Boom. Already cold. Perfect. Let's see. Turn that down a little bit. All right, now what else? Let's see. Tow. There's tow, right? On and off. I'm doing that. See that? On, off. Put it in neutral. Let's go to 4 low. Now we're going to go to 4 low. So that's 4 low. Go drive. And reverse. That's in 4 low. Okay. Neutral. Now we're going to go to 4 high. Low range goes away. Now we're in 4 high. Drive. We're putting in some remote gates here, so we can let shippers in at night and stuff, because there's too many cars coming and going and we can't handle it unless we're open 24 hours for shipping. 2-wheel drive. All right, drive. In reverse. That's 2-wheel drive. All right. Now let's go for a ride. All right, this truck is being sold on a clear title. If you come to Tucson, drive it home, which you're welcome to. You've got a vehicle that has been bulletproofed and has brand new tires. So obviously this thing's ready to roll a long distance right now. So if you're gonna come here to drive it home, this is an excellent choice to do so in. You will pay tax and dock fee. Dock fee is also an in-person fee, we call it. It's $250. And basically what happens is because we're an internet company, we only have a few people. We have to get away from buying and reconditioning vehicles and dealing with vehicles to do paperwork and hang out with whoever shows up to pick up their vehicle in person. That's $250 to do that. It's more of an in-person fee than a dock fee, so to speak. People are used to the word dock fee. Then we have taxes. Taxes are whatever your state tax rate is, plus our city of 2.7%. This thing shifts and runs really smooth. Really nice running truck. I'm used to driving these things. I drive many different 6.0s every day. And this thing is really solid. I like it. Anyway, so you'll pay your state tax rate plus our city of 2.7% and a $250 in-person / dock fee. If If you pay by wire and ship, all you're going to pay is the agreed upon price, and that's it. Once we receive full payment by wire, we'll fill out the title with your name or your company's name and address, sign it off to you, scan it into your online file, and mail it to you. We even scan in the envelope that we mail it in. You'll have the vehicle shipped to your location. You will almost always have the title in the mail before the vehicle shows up by shipper. Once the truck shows up, you'll take the title in and you'll get plates. You can take it down to motor vehicles in your state and get plates. Very simple. Deposit. Once we have an agreed upon price, please make sure you get your deposit. And once we have a deposit, we will put your name in a banner over the truck at wheelkinetics.com, and you and everyone else will know that it's sold, okay? Very low mile, clear title, bulletproof, low miles. This is not going to last long. New tires. It'll be quick. So make sure that you get your deposit in. Obviously, those deposits are time stamped, and whoever's first is first. We can prove it. We've had people say that they were first, and it's like the computers know what time they came in. So just make sure you get them in. Okay. Last part of this video.